Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the YouTube account. We're going to be looking at the curse drum. Now overall we are starting to see the dancers within a formation, which I want to talk about today, and they are replacing queens. So that was kind of the question that came up. So I want to go through, I want to look at some of the battles in the leaderboard, also some that I did, and I do want to get the trial version of the dancers. That way we can go ahead, swap them in, see exactly the effectiveness and how they are going to be replaced. Now, what I'm talking about in here is when we start looking at these best in slot formations, it is this third one, and you can actually see the hero right down here in that very last fifth slot. So what the hero does is actually push back, and we'll look at the skills and abilities in a minute, but you can see right there, Iran actually pulls them in. They knock Iran back, but overall, because of the signature item, that is really the key to unlocking these heroes in their entirety, is they do have the ability at a plus 40 signature item, which we know is a very, very big build out. But at that plus 40 signature item, they are increasing the damage of all of the heroes in this formation by 60%, which is massive. That is a huge buff out of here, which of course allows Leica to do an incredible amount of damage in here, not only in this formation where we do have everyone built, but you can see we're looking at 25. I think they go 27, 28, probably almost a little bit more. When we're looking at the build, so right there, it shows 25 billion right there, but definitely doing a lot of damage in this formation. Now, of course, this is a maxed out account. Now, in comparison to where we do have it at right now, we're at 4%. I think my first attempt was 95, but looking here, this is the old formation. And again, this is kind of what we were talking about, is right here is my formation, and we are running queen, and this was before they were actually introduced. Kind of the very similar design or very similar build. So you can see we do have queen right here in the back. Now, of course, they're just going to lock the hero right in the back, kind of pushing Iran around a little bit, but overall just really being dependent on Leica getting the wings from our moth right up here and doing a lot of damage in this formation. Now, I did get Leica up to that 40. Again, when it comes to damage-wise, makes a really big difference on how effective the hero is because of that plus 40. And I want to see, because I ran 10 attempts, I think it was 10 attempts in here, and you can see 95 was my best. So I want to get the trial version of the hero, and I want to run 10 more attempts. So we're going to go in here, we're going to pick up this trial version of Adrian and Elise. And like I said, we'll go over, and I'll show you, because I don't know, and I do not think it's going to give us the 40 signature item, but it might have. It might have just given us that 40 signature item, which it did. So we are going to get the 40 signature item. Now, of course, the big thing, like we were kind of talking, the 40 signature item right here. So they get a buff that buffs themselves right here. Adrian and Elise deal 60% more damage to enemies in the back line of the enemy battlefield. The plus 30 applies to other heroes in the back line of the enemy battlefield. And then, of course, the 40, which seems to be the game changer. This effect applies to all allied heroes. That is right. Everyone is going to get this effect, which is really cool. So it is no longer required to be the backline of the enemy battlefield, but it is just applying to all of the heroes in the formation, which again seems to be the reason why a lot of players are running them. Now let's go ahead. We'll swap this in and see the damage kind of in comparison. And again, looking here at our battles, we're 92, there's a 91, there's an 88, 88. So we're ranging kind of 88 to 95. And of course, we know in this game mode, it is very heavy RNG. I cannot stress that enough. When you're going through this game mode, it is very, very heavy RNG. So we can actually go in here. We're going to drop out queen right there. We'll put in the dancers. But let me see, because looking at some of the popular ones, and again, it seems like recommended. We're getting a lot more recommended formations versus really the top tier players. I want to see if some of these formations in here are not hidden. Most of them are completely hidden, meaning we don't have the opportunity to see it. But there we go. So we have one. And then this is also running right here. Queen, you can see built out on the entirety. But we want to run, so I'm going to use this one. Then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to drop out queen, because that's what we're looking to do. And then see. So I'm going to run this actually 10 times just like we did before. See exactly what we get. Now, again, a lot of players were talking about queen being replaced in her entirety within these formations. So let's see, based on damage, if we do a lot better within that specific formation, if it really does amp up Leica's damage that much, should make a difference, which looking here, I don't think it's changed at this point. So where's it kind of coming in? 93, 91. Okay, both of those a little bit higher. Let's see as the damage kind of comes in here, because 93 again being the top. I don't know if it's going to populate when we finish one in here. I'm thinking probably not. An 81. So that was pretty low. That was the lowest one we've actually seen in here. And again, to really eliminate the RNG factor that we see within this game mode, you have to run a bunch of attempts. I know a majority of the top tier players do run a significant amount, or they do run this quite a few times, just to have the ability to have that one really good run where the RNG clicks, where everything kind of works together. So again, I'm going to see exactly, and again, we're not coming in too much higher really at all. I don't even think 94, 94, 95. So the first one we were 95,047, 95,007. So we did break by literally barely the amount that we were actually getting in there. Come on, a couple more attempts. Yeah, we did get a new record, which again was 95.7 instead of 95.04. So I'm thinking overall, yeah, that's our last attempt. What do we got? 93. So looking here, let's take a look at the comparison within the 2144. And again, so bringing that into perspective, 21-4, and I want to see just kind of going through a couple of these formations, because right here, we definitely a little bit higher. So we did pull quite a bit more damage out of that formation. Was right here 21-4, but again, an extra billion damage could just be RNG. Let's run through a couple of these and see kind of where the 21-4, 21-3. I want to see, and again, we're kind of looking 12. So that, of course, was a bad RNG, giving us only 84 right there. 21, but it seems like, yeah, overall running 21s, 21s, 21s. Even here, 21-4, 80, or that 81, I'm not even going to worry about. 21-4. So what were we running with Queen? 20 right there. Again, that was the best one that we did. 20. I want to see if we even broke 21 under there. There's 20. 20. I don't think we're even close. I don't think we're going to have the ability. 20. The 20, not even 21. So with Queen, we can't even break 21. So unfortunately, yeah, not seeing as much in there, as much damage. So definitely ups the damage a little bit. Question is, are we going to see this hero anywhere else? Because even there, so once we start putting in the new hero, which of course we don't have a collection on there because it is the trial version, which that could make a little bit of a difference just kind of based on the build. And where we have this hero, but I want to do a couple summons for the hero. So overall, it seems like, again, going to see kind of a replacement in there. Now, I don't know in the Nightmare Corridor that we're seeing any copies of that hero yet. See, number one, we don't see it. Number two, again, these are pretty consistent and these are pretty fast on the kill, which we're not seeing it. We're not seeing it at this point. So again, it goes back to the question, is it going to be worth building the hero out for just that one? Now, as you can see, we have 15,000 diamonds. We can do some summons. I actually went about 100 plus levels in the King Tower, which is kind of crazy, yielding me a ton of diamonds out of there. But we can do a couple more desired hero summons, keep building them up a little bit. I did also get some more Poke coins. So we've been farming up some Poke coins to try to get some more copies of heroes. And there we go. Guys, we are getting really lucky with those copies. We didn't even have to use the desired hero summons, but we have 4 more of these in entirety. And again, if you remember the first time we did the summons, got really lucky with some of those copies. And there we go. That gives us, what, 3 more in here. But I think we only need 2 to get and build up, which, of course, if we get 2 here, just a single. So unfortunately, that still leaves us 1 copy shy of building out the hero. But we're going to have to see what we can do. And there's a copy of Lucius. Yeah, that gives us 1. We are 1 copy shy right there. See, we have 2 more here, but yeah, 1 copy shy. We're going to have to save it because even here we have 100 Stargazer Scrolls right there. 274, so definitely have a lot of room right there. But that does give us a couple more copies of them. Going to have to build them out. But like I said, I don't know if it's going to be worth the investment building up the hero to that plus 40 signature item. Is it really going to be that much of a game changer? And again, we just need that one more copy in here. Yeah, that's a tough buy. I mean, going here, even with our 300, what do we got? 2 more summons in here. And it doesn't make a difference if you do this one or this one, just for the fact that they're the same cost. Normally you get a discounted summon if you're doing it for your 2,700 diamonds instead of the scrolls, which let's go ahead. Let's pop these open just by chance if maybe we could pull another copy. But I want to do some furniture summons in here as well, because again, we have a couple heroes that I feel like we could really use furniture on. That would make a big difference. We might not even see an epic hero in here. Last one is epic, is it? Oh, I was going to say if that is a copy of them, I would be just absolutely floored. That might give us another star, which it does. That is another star for Naruko. So that finishes out Naruko as well. 5 stars, which means in here we're going to have to drop Naruko out, which leaves us just with Vika. Look at that, guys. We literally have Vika left. That is it. So even here we have our 2 heroes. We have Vika right here. 2 heroes here. We have Lady Simona down here, and that is it. And everybody will be built out in their entirety, which is kind of crazy. We are definitely getting there. I know we have a couple more stones to use, but Oaken, I want to do a couple summons in here. We have 23,000. So within the last couple days, we got some more. And again, still building out Eugene with some additional furniture. We also do have the dancers in there. But overall, we're looking to build out Valkyrie with a little bit more furniture, which would be cool to see if we can pick up some mythic pieces. And then, of course, just the rest of the heroes. We do have a lot of other heroes that we're kind of building in here. There's a copy for Rem. Rem, I think, is at like 30 furniture, guys. We are almost maxed out in our entirety with Rem. There's a copy for Valkyrie. That is who we're looking for. And of course, this never stops. You know, a lot of times we talk about saving some of the summons for the heroes that are coming in the future. Some of the pole coins, guys, we're always using the pole coins. We're always getting more. We're always kind of recycling everything that we have in there. Again, I think that takes Rem up to around 30 pieces of furniture. That is 20, 29, 23. So we got 28, 23, 29, 21. And again, 36 is the cap. So once they do get to that 36, that is it for the furnitures in their entirety. This one, again, we're going to go ahead and we are going to drop this on Valkyrie to try to finish it out. And I think we need one more, because that gives us 8 right there. That will take Valkyrie up one closer to getting that 9 of 9 furniture. So we are literally one away. Probably within another week, especially once we have the Misty Valley up, we should have no problem getting that. And then, of course, with the beasts. Now, I have kind of forgotten or neglected the beast grounds just for the simple fact that we've just been kind of building them out. Now, overall, when we look at this hero right here, or this beast on the ice crown, overall, not a big drive to really push that much higher for the simple fact that the crowd control doesn't change. So we don't see any of the difference in the crowd control in there. We'll just go ahead, pop through a couple summons. There was one of the seal. I might even use some of our bonus ones over here. The seal is at 3 of 5. I'm going to use 2 of these for the seal. Boom, there we go. Double seal, which takes the seal up to 20. Now, we already did this one. I'm going to go ahead, and I know the seal is huge in the stall team. So we'll go ahead and build this up a little bit further. Now, again, thinking of the beast resonance in here, we build it to 18. I'm going to take it to probably 22. I think 22 is where I'm going to go ahead and build these 2. Once we do get them to that level 22, I'm going to swap them out. I'm just going to continue building them. And again, the beasts go all the way to 36, which is kind of crazy to think as well. But all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.